Welcome back to the Gran Turismo series. And here's our dashboard so far. Thought I'd give that to you. Anyway, our question of the day, question of the episode is, can I make the same car behave differently just by changing how I drive it? So we'll be doing a couple experiments. I'm not going to tune anything this episode. We're just going to change inputs, right? So I think our first experiment will be, I'm having a lot of trouble with braking, right? And turning and stuff like that. So I want to test, kind of do some tracks, and we'll, make progress and things like that as we do this. But same car, not changing anything about the car. I'm going to change my approach to braking, and basically try and finish braking before I start turning, and see, compared to what I currently do, does that make a difference? Is that better, worse? So I'm gonna do change car. I like this kind of view. I'm going to take the Integra. I like the way the Integra was handling, or I kind of was familiar with it for a little while. The Polo GTI was pretty good too. I like that V-dub. Trying to think. Let's go with the Polo GTI on this one. Yeah, sim car. And we'll test to see how it goes. So yeah, I want to test and see if the car turns better if I'm done braking before I turn the wheel at all. So can we go to Goodwood? I think we can. I think there's no restrictions on this, right? Yep, there's no restrictions on this, so we'll just go to Sunday Cup Classic with our little car and do some experiments. And I'm not looking at like times and stuff. I'm looking at like, hey, how does this feel? Am I panicking? Am I panicking? Does it feel slower? Is it calmer? Is it more predictable? Like what? So I'm going to race this first part, just how I normally would race, and then I'm going to kind of, so brake and steer a little bit, kind of how I normally do. Just race it as I normally do. Whoa! I clipped that bus. This feels about like normal, right? Try not to clip anybody this time. I do like the way this goes right now. Whoa, that was squirrely. That was squirrely. I don't know. That corner wasn't too bad. And by the way, I was setting up I got a edge control. So I was setting it up. My setup, I use tilt steering, motion steering, whatever you want to call it. And for the paddles, I just have them set to e-brake for now. And e-brake and camera, I think. Rear view camera? Yep. Rear view camera. So here's the e-brake. Whoa. Okay, that was kind of squirrely whenever I hit the brake. I don't think I was turning there, but maybe I was. Oh, come on. Yeah, it feels like about like it has the past few times. A little, I'm just not super confident going in the corners. Like when I should brake, when I should turn. And see here, like it started going off to the right as I hit that brake, and I thought I was going straight. I guess I need to look down when I'm braking and look at the little line there. Hopefully it helped me stop running into the wall. If you hear my dog, he's at the top of the stairs. He doesn't know to come downstairs, so he'll get there and bark until I come down. He's a Great Dane, by the way. Okay, so now I'm going to play the same race. And, you know, I'm going to make progress. I just wanted to, for first inclination, kind of just apples to apples, compare. So just retry, same thing. Now, I got to be straight when I go into the corner, period. Or when I'm braking, not when I go into the corner necessarily. But when I'm braking, I got to be straight. So I'm right here. Oh. No turning. Damn bus. Did the same thing in the last race. Okay, here I gotta go straight. Okay. Jerking me off to the right, I think. It's jerking me off to the right. Now I need to double check and make sure I'm straight. Maybe I'm not straight. Okay, that brake is straight. Whoa. Okay. I'm off in the grass. I guess maybe I didn't brake enough? I don't know. I definitely lost control coming out of the brake. Straight like that. Straight. Oh, so that felt better. Of course, coming out of the curve was not as good, but definitely braking early, or well, braking and going straight until the red went away seemed to help. Not through there, but that one time that I did brake straight and not follow the rule, it did help. So brake. Oh man, see the braking area goes around a curve there, so how am I supposed to brake and go straight? I don't get it. I don't get it. We'll figure this out. Like I said, we're in the experimentation phase, trying to get ourselves better. Well, trying to get myself better. Okay, right here, right. I think I was a little bit turned when I went into that break. Probably. Whoa! the grass again. Okay, definitely I'm not doing as well this race, but again, experiment. Off on the grass again. I don't know if I'm accelerating too hard out of the curve. I guess maybe I am. I think it does. It feels like when I brake straight, when I'm absolutely straight, it feels like it's like right there. It feels like the first part of the curve is a lot easier. Like that. But maybe I'm hitting the accelerator too fast coming out of the curve. Okay. So I think, how does it feel? Just reflecting as we go through here. I think the way I put it just a second ago is right. It definitely helps to not turn as because it's for sure less swirly, especially, you know, when you're going really fast and I don't realize that I'm turning just a little bit. You know, my steering wheel's not completely straight, and that back end just gets like wobbly, and it definitely prevented that, and it definitely seemed like I slowed down a lot faster that way. Whether it made me actually faster or not, we have yet to figure out. But it seemed like there was more control going into the beginning of the curve. All right. Let's hit a menu. Again, we're using this same car the entire match if we can. Japanese FR sports cars. Well, I guess we can't because we don't have the same car. Polo is not FR, it's FF. So we can't do this. So we'll just hit some matches. What about we haven't done multiplayer yet. Lobby, paddock, split screen race. What is paddock? Lobby? We'll try lobby first because it's not new. Now, if this is going to take too long, folks, I apologize. I'll back out of here. I do have some interest in doing some multiplayer stuff. I hope it doesn't take all this every single time we play. There we go. Lobby mode in which you can enjoy online races, communicate with players from all over the world. You can create your rooms or host races to set up spaces that are just for you and your friends. Remember your etiquette and on the track and have fun while racing. Free run. GR3 shakedown clean. Drag racing, test the tune. Tuning grounds section. Run and fun. Okay, we're just gonna go back. We'll figure that out later. What is this all about? Racing etiquette. We gotta watch a racing etiquette thing first. I'm not going to make you guys watch this. I'll watch this on my own time. Sport mode. Driver rating indicator. Dangerous actions such as colliding with other cars will cause your SR to decrease. The cleaner you drive, the more your SR will improve. Let's all respect each other in sport mode and make sure to race clean. Improve your ratings with daily races. Or regularly held tournaments. Compete in leagues. I don't know that we're ready for this. We may not be able to race clean. Let's see. Specified car. Daytona Trial. Oh, we don't have a Ferrari. Or a Ford Mustang. What else? What other cars are there? And we don't have any of those cars. Chevrolet, Corvette, Lexus. Okay, we'll have to come back. Do we have any of these cars? No. And we don't have GR4. Okay. Online time trials. What is this? Yeah, we don't have any of those cars. We'll have to get some new cars first. It's cool, it'll be there eventually. Power Pack Challenge Special Events. Ready for a real racing experience? Watch Power Pack trailer here. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not force you guys to watch that. We'll do some circuits. You know what? We need to do the menu. I'm going to do the menu. I'm going to switch cars. So yeah, I'm switching it up. And I'll just test out the braking and stuff here. So we need FR. Can we change the view? We can. So our FR is right here. Buenos or BRZ STI Sport 18. I think this is the one that we've been driving a little bit. Let's take this to the track. The Tsukuba Circuit. FR Challenge. Car settings. Okay. Enter. Yeah, none of my other settings have changed, like all the assist settings and everything else. And I'll remain the same since last time, so I'm not going to bother to go through those. If you guys want that, then I can, maybe I'll take a picture. But I will definitely let you know if I change things. It seems like I slowed down too fast because then I started speeding up and I felt a lot slower. It definitely helps. It feels slow, way slow. It feels super slow, but I definitely have more control at the beginning of the curve. Yeah, I slow down like way too much, I think. It feels like I'm coming to a stop before that road goes away. That wasn't a sharp curve, but it felt good. That felt better. Still felt slow though. Still felt extremely slow. We did better on that lap. At least we're right in the mix here. Whoa, whoa! You hit us, dude. Went the wrong way. Okay, let's get back into this race. Hit the brakes a little late there. I was trying to figure out, am I turning right or left? I need to be on right or left of the road. Sometimes I get... Okay, I had my steering wheel turned a little bit when I first started braking there. Yeah, just the way... Oh, jeez. Come on. Get me back on the track. Yeah, this is not a good lap at all. But we're making progress for sure. We're trying to figure this whole steering thing out. I mean, cornering thing. Which will make us better in the long run, right? I hope. I really hope. This game is actually pretty difficult. That was nice there. It wasn't like just straight full throttle, or I was like halfway into the throttle. Okay, I did not do well there. We're gonna try that one over again. I think I felt a lot better. Felt a lot better. Yeah, we'll replay that. Oh, whoops. Retry that, that's what I meant. So, we got to finish braking before we start turning. Finish braking before we start turning. It's hard to do. It is very hard to do. Definitely feels way slower. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that we did it all the way there, but we came pretty close. Feels like coming out of the, yeah, it's definitely a lot more controlled going into the curve because you're not braking and turning. But it feels a lot slower overall to me. It feels a lot slower. Again, that one there didn't feel that much slower. feel that much slower. Whoa! Spin me out, dude. Come on. Oh. Okay, I'm in last place again. Get spun out. That's what happens. I guess I'm fighting my way in there too much. That doesn't have anything to do with braking and stuff. And cornering. It's just being too aggressive, I guess, in my car. 14 seconds behind the lead. Yeah, I like keeping the throttle a little less so after a break like that. Come on, dude. What the hell? I thought Subarus were supposed to be four-wheel drive. Maybe this one obviously is not. It definitely gets shaky. The spin-outs are real. Well, okay. 7th again. We'll have to try it out later. Let's go do a couple of license, see if we can pass any of our license stuff. And then we will, yeah, let's go do some license stuff. This whole no tuning thing is kind of strange, but I think it's actually working to like force me, instead of relying on the tuning and carrying my bad habits, to really learn, hey, let's figure out how to actually drive better tomorrow, instead of just overloading the PP and going in there and just driving like crap, and which is what I felt like I've been doing the past few episodes. It felt like I've been not necessarily driving very well, just overloading the PP, I think, and going in there and with something that's, you know, kind of out a next level, right? And then winning that way, which, you know, it is what it is. Learn the line for consecutive corners. Consecutive corner, beginner 1, where you learn how to deal with Monza's Variante Ascari corner. This challenge, you learn how to deal with consecutive corners. Yep. This is the entire width of the track. Imagine that you're connecting the apex of each corner with a straight line. All right. Oh, we got it. We got a bronze. Nice. We passed that test. That'll take a lot more to get higher than that, but yeah, at least we passed it. I thought I did okay there, and the braking before I turned there definitely, I think that helped. Didn't get me all the way down, but helped. All right, next one up. Whoa. Consecutive corners beginner 2. Ooh, dirt driving is next, if we can pass this one. Takes place on Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, in my beloved Spain. Challenge features consecutive corners just like A6. Use throttle pedal to control your car. Beamer. Oh, well, that's a sharp corner. Oh, we got it. Nice. Yeah, they're using the throttle, like feathering the throttle a little bit. It'd be nice to get down to like 25 seconds. All right, let's do the dirt driving. I'm looking forward to that. Dirt driving. Oh, forgot to hit the next button. Too many next buttons to hit there at the end. All right, Tundra Turd Pro. The Turd Pro. That's a good looking truck, to be honest. Dirt driving beginner, Colorado Springs Lake. You feel the difference between a tarmac and a dirt surface. Time to get dirty. Start steering early. You need to be proficient with the steering wheel to control the direction of the car. Whoa! Oh! Huh. Yeah, you definitely slide. Try 23, 434. Okay. It sounded really slow. It felt really slow. Oh. Okay. I'm going to retry this one so many times. Hey, we got it. Okay. That is very, very different. It's like, almost feels like you're racing on ice. Just the way that the truck slides around. Let's watch this replay here. Oops, sorry. Oh, did the replay just go away? Here, oh, we watch it. Play replay. My tail was just sliding. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that the tail was sliding like that. Wow. Wow. That tail was just sliding, ripping all around there. I did a little better job on the last part of controlling that tail slide, but look at that. I mean, I was basically going sideways there for a little while. All right. Oh, we got two more. We got a final exam and a Suzuka circuit. Okay. Hairpins. Ooh. Yeah, these kind of get me, these hairpins. This might be a tough one. See if we can get this A license maybe this time. A9 is hairpins. Don't go too early on the accelerator. Okay. Challenge will teach you how to deal with hairpins using the famous corner at Suzuka as an example. Slow down properly, enter the corner, and accelerate smoothly as your car is facing the exit. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. How many times is it going to take us to get the hang of it? An SX, man. Nice car. We got it. All right, barely. Half a second. But it's a pass. That's all I'm worried about now. We'll go back and try and, level up some of those things to gold at some point. But passing is acceptable for now, in my book. See if we can do our final exam. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one because it's got the hairlines, it's got all the different stuff. It looks like it doesn't have the dirt. It doesn't have the dirt, but all right, now you're ready for National A license final exam. Pass this exam, the license is yours. All right, let's try it. Cross your fingers. Toyota Supra. That corner. Sorry, I was trying to look at the track and wasn't paying attention to likewise. Oh, I got it. Huh, I got it. Nice. I didn't think that I had that. Man, those turns were tough. I was going so slow in them too. Look at that. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was not the way you're supposed to take that corner. That corner either. That wasn't too bad. And then I had to slow down to take this corner. Yeah, way too wide there. I'm surprised that I passed that. But I did, so yay! Yay, rewards. National A license acquired. Sirocco R10 pure white. Huh. Or I don't know how to say that. Scurico? Gran Turismo driver from Brazil, but I actually grew up in Japan. International. Okay, so you get National B, National A, International. Cool. Let's just see what's on here. Racing line, intermediate, racing lines. Oof. All right, we're going to tackle that in another episode. Right now, I think we're good. Let's go check out our Sirocco. I'm going to call it the Sirocco because I don't know. I thought we already had one of those, but I guess no, that was the Polo GTI. This is the Sirocco. (2010) 0 miles. All right, let's take this out for a quick test drive. It looks cool, doesn't it? Whoops. All right, I'm going to do the standard that I do, which is these first level, the sport tuning upgrades. I'm not going to do the second level upgrades yet. Just because I think I'm starting to get a feel for cars with all these, and they're inexpensive enough that I think I can put them on pretty much all the cars without going broke. Maybe not, but yeah, I'll do soft. That's the only thing that I've been changing. Some of them have soft, some of them have medium, some of them have hard, but I think that's good. Now, is this a rear-wheel drive car or is this a front-wheel drive car? I did not check that because I don't know if we can do this with that. Well, we'll check. Oh, it's not Japanese anyway, so yeah, it wouldn't work. Yep. Drivetrain is wrong and country is wrong. Okay. Let's go to Broad Bean Raceway. Quick race, right? Or Sunday Cup? Let's do Sunday Cup. Let's see if we can apply some of what we've learned. And that'll be a nice finish for the episode. And, you know, just applying some of what we learned. We're not finished yet, but I think we definitely have learned a little bit about the braking with these experiments. Maybe not, maybe, but I feel like we have for sure. Now just a matter of how not to run into other cars. This car feels nice. I didn't like that corner. Oh, you can hear that turbo just whine. Turbo just whines right up. Whoa. Okay, I wasn't holding the steering wheel straight there. allowed to come off like that since the pit road opens right there? Probably not. Probably frowned upon, if I had to guess. So that's a final lap. Yeah, except for that, the big mistake that we had there on that second lap, the first turn. I thought that car handled well, for sure. It felt super fast, and I love the line of that turbo. And I thought that didn't have a lot of turns in it. So driving marathon completed, okay. Reward for completed for driving marathon. I don't know what a driving marathon is, but I completed it. Yeah, no, I thought that we applied that, braking without steering. I think we applied that pretty well. And like I said, I think that it really, really helps going into the turn in that first part of the turn. It's just, I need to figure out the rest of the turn. And I think I might be touching on it. I think we'll experiment with that for the next episode, because I think has to do with like when I'm hitting the throttle and like how much of the curve I need to go through before I hit the throttle. And I think the hairpin kind of showed that a lot, right? I made it through that hairpin by braking and then like half throttle even to get kind of through, or maybe even less than that, to get through until kind of I turned and saw the exit, and then I could just like gun it. So maybe that's the answer. I don't know. Japan high-speed ring. FR challenge. We can't do that because we don't have a front-wheel drive. What is Clubman Cup? Oh, that's a 550 or less, and we're not that. And that's Japanese challenge. Quick race. No, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I think we've had a good episode so far. We got a new car that we're playing, the Sirocco. I don't know how you say it. And yeah, it's a good place to stop, and we'll continue testing in the next episode. Have a great day. Please like, subscribe if you like the content. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Have a great day.